This is the Milt Dog Show. Welcome to the Milt Dog Show. Welcome to Dr. Milt Dog. We talk about everything and nothing. What's on your mind? Share with us. The Milt Dog Show. The Milt Dog Show.
Okay, so, and I get it. I understand it. I guess it depends on how comfortable you are with your disease or ailment. You know, people should, because a lot of us, and we see it here, a lot of us jokingly, would get at you for your situation or things that you're doing. So do you find that to be insulting, or do you feel like you prefer that to not treat you any differently?
Again?
When we make jokes about your ailment, do you feel like that's a good thing?
I love that.
Oh, you do?
It's all like those banned words about short people and special people. You know that we said in the 80s, 90s. Now it's banned. So let's laugh about it. Trust me, if you joke about my disease, I'm laughing hardest.
So you find it, well, for you find it a good thing when people can laugh at it instead of being all PC.
If you can't treat it, why not laugh at it?
Which is pretty good. I think that's a good point, right? If you can't treat it, then just laugh at it, which makes a lot of sense. For people out there, like I don't know why I'm making this connection, but one of the things that people that are toxic or narcissistic or whatever, one of the things that they hate the most is when they get laughed at, right? So it's like a way of getting back at your disease, like pissing it off, is by making fun of it, So when you make fun of the disease, you take away its power,
Exactly.
You take away its power and it doesn't affect you as much. So when you see Milton, kick him down the stairs every now and then. You'll laugh at it. Maybe that was too much, but anyway.
No
violence.
Oh,
no violence. I'm sorry. No violence. We just want to hurt your soul, not your physique.
Yeah, not my body.
So now, do you? What are the latest things that you come across? What are the latest treatments that you have to do? Like, what's your routine like with MS now? Having it for a couple of years. Yes, now.
Now, what's my routine?
Yeah, like when you get up, do you have to do some exercises?
Yeah, one caretaker. We do a great exercise, but they are not here every day.
Okay.
So the schedule is jumpy.
Okay. So every other day they come, they get you out of bed, they get you to move a little bit or do some exercises.
Yeah.
I want to go through a typical day of MILTDOG.
But the thing is, you don't have to forget it's a job. People are doing what they are scheduled to do.
Right. So what does that mean? You mean that they don't treat you with some dignity or something, or what?
Some people do.
how would you want them to? Would you prefer it to be a female nurse that comes every day?
Honestly, if I prefer, I would have a person that loves what I love. So I have something to talk about with that person.
So, what kind of things do you love? Smoke weed?
Football.
Football? Oh boy.
Yeah, real football. Not your
not that shit. American stuff.
Fake shit. Throw it with your hands.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I love talking about about soccer with people. I love that.
You like comedies?
I love comedies. I'm a big Office fan.
So am I. You like the U.S. Office?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the other one?
I've seen the English.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I didn't get into it that much. I guess not. Nothing really sticks out to me. No offense to the the other one. I just never sat there and watched it. So let me get into your tattoos. Let me find out about the tattoos that you have, because you have several, right?
Yeah.
What's your most proud one? If you want to use that word, what's the most one that you're proud of the most?
Is the one on my back, but I'm not proud of it because my ex-wife is there. So the one on my back is my kid's name in a crossword.
Where's that one?
Yeah, that's one I'm most proud of.
All right, so let me ask you this, MILTDOG. This is twice that you're mentioning your ex-wife. What is... Do you think that there was an issue with you and your ex-wife before your disease? Or do you think the disease caused it?
MS, you're born with it. So,
yeah, but you didn't know that you had it until it got worse, right?
Yeah, but my wife took the chance.
So you mean that you guys already knew about it before you got together?
No.
So what do you mean she took the chance? I don't understand.
Of my
She took
behavior.
the chance with you? Oh, your behavior. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out, Milt, is do you feel like the MS made the relationship worse?
Yeah, it did, because my decision in life was so fucked up. So yeah, it did.
Okay. Has the relationship between you two changed after that?
After what?
You're over the years of you having MS.
But
is she a little more understanding? Do you guys still, bitch at each other, or is she still the same person that you think she is?
She might have been a wonderful person, but I was the wrong one. I was the problem. So don't judge her because of me. I could have been the problem.
You could be a chipper, happier person with MS, right? Is that what you're saying?
What?
You could have been a happy person, not a miserable person. Is that what you mean? Like making bad decisions?
Yeah, but nothing worked for me. Every decision I took was to look nice for someone. It's like, I want 10 Ks for this. Do what you want to
do. Rob says you were the hope. Okay.
$20 is $20.
$20 is $20. Okay. So MILTDOG, do you mind if I play something that's gonna take a good minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want, you can mute yourself or whatever. I want to play something real quick just to get your reaction to it. I want to know, and I understand what you're gonna say. You're like, oh, I don't care or any of that stuff, but I just want to, for those that are going through it, just to put it out there that there is, some hope. Just wanting to put that out there. Let me know if you can hear it.
Bob Cafaro.
You hear that? You guys hear it? All right.
Yes.
Bob Cafaro was enjoying a successful career as a professional cellist with the Philadelphia Orchestra when at the age of 40 he started to get numbness in his leg. 2 months later he started to lose peripheral vision in his left eye. Then, in 1999, he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and doctors found 3 lesions on his spinal cord. Then he started to lose the peripheral vision in his right eye. After being given intravenous steroids, Bob says this was when everything went off the edge of a cliff. He started to get severe motion sickness and was vomiting so much that he couldn't keep anything down. He was admitted to the hospital with dehydration. The disease had now taken over his whole nervous system. He was totally incapacitated, couldn't use his hands, legally blind in both eyes, incontinent and couldn't walk. He couldn't even line up 4 fingers on one string of his cello, and he found he had no control over his muscles. It was at this point that Bob contemplated suicide. He had over 50 active lesions in his brain and 1 lesion on his spinal cord that was over 3.5 centimeters in length, which cut off his entire central nervous system from his brain. Bob's neuro-ophthalmologist told him he would be on permanent disability and handed him a prescription for an antidepressant to help him cope with the loss of his profession, his livelihood, his passion, and his independent existence. Bob told the doctor to take that disability letter and use it as a suppository, and proclaimed that he'd be back in the orchestra in 6 weeks, and that he was going to beat MS. With limited eyesight, he got on the computer, and making the font as big as he could, he started researching. First, he came across Dr. Batman Gellige's information on the water cure, Your Body's Many Cries for Water, and started drinking half his body weight in ounces per day. So he drank 80 ounces of water every day. And he started to feel a bit better. Amazingly, he did go back to work, but he could hardly move his hands and hardly see the music. He studied MS rates around the world and honed in on the fact that Japan had very low rates of MS, which then led him to look at the Okinawan diet and the Okinawan centenarian study. He also studied Dr. Roy Swank's work and the MS diet book, and went a step further and went on a 100% raw vegan diet, eating lots of watercress and cutting out caffeine. He also started looking into the placebo effect and how powerfully our mind can control our body. He began meditating commands for 30 minutes twice a day. For example, using commands such as, "My MS is going into remission. It is leaving my body. I can feel the lesions healing. I know the disease will leave my body. He did this every day for 2 years. He would envision those things happening on video clips in his head, watching videos of the lesions disappearing in his brain, and watching videos of his brain finding new pathways to his muscles. He also studied the lives of people who accomplished the impossible. He started cycling 11.2 miles from New Jersey to Philadelphia every day, no matter how he felt. He committed to a 24/7 regimen to overcome the disease. Then, in 2013, after being symptom-free for a decade, he had MRIs that confirmed that all 53 brain lesions and several spinal lesions were gone. His neurologist exclaimed, "You have done the impossible." He got the use of his arms, hands and legs back, and his eyesight returned. In 2015, Bob published his story in a book titled When the Music Stopped: My Battle and Victory Against MS. Links to buy the book are in the description below, along with the link to Bob's website. In 2017, he gave an extremely moving and profound TED Talk, which had the most incredible ending. So this is...
And of course the ending is him playing the cello. I just want to put that out there. I know where you're at, MILTDOG, and I'm not trying to get you like, you know.
You know, that type of stuff makes me cry. That there is a hope.
As much as a lot of people who are in like a slump, right, or in bad times, they don't want to feel like there is hope, but you know, there is. You know, fortunately, there is.
Yeah.
The problem with it is you just have to put some of the effort, you know.
Because I now, especially now, I think, what would I have done if I didn't have this disease? How would my days look like? Where would I be now? Would I be a director on a big company or a junkie in...
Or maybe playing football every Saturday with your kids.
Yeah. Trust me, that's on my mind all day long. Where would I be?
Yeah, we all, whether you have a disease or an ailment, regardless, everybody has that kind of talk with themselves. Where would I be if I didn't go to college? Or where would I be if I didn't, if I had kids? You know, where would I be if I didn't have kids? It's just, everybody throughout their life is going to have this guessing game back and forth, right? In that sense, you know, nobody is really safe from it. What?
What is normal? That's my first comment. But a normal person is a person that walking, living their life, bad or good. I want to be one of those.
Yeah, I understand. I understand, man. I believe me, I do. It's just it's the cards that we're dealt, right? Unfortunately, you know. So, man, does anybody? I'm just gonna throw this out there. If anybody in the chat has a specific question that I may have missed, and let me ask you this, MILTDOG.
Mm-hmm.
This might be too personal. You can answer it or not. Well, first of all, is MS the same for everybody, or is it different for everybody?
No. It's one disease for one person. Everybody reacts differently. So no.
Okay. So now let me ask you this: has it affected your male organ?
Yeah, I said that. What do you mean? Do you mean physically or?
Physically. Oops.
Yeah, I said I was a bad weather. I always had to pee. Always had to pee. No control of my bladder. That's my life story.
And that's continue on? You say that you've done that throughout your life?
Hell yeah.
Okay. What about so when you have pain in your back, is it like consistent? Or is it just like pulsing?
Consistent.
Like little pulses?
Well, it's training.
So you feel mostly tired all the time? When was the last time were you able to
train?
All right, were you able to move your feet?
Do you mean now or?
Yeah, now. Like, are you able? Like, when we hear you shifting, and I want to know, like, what are you doing when we hear you scrape on the microphone? Are you shifting from one side to the other? Like, are you able to move?
I do not have anything physical with me to do.
Okay.
Trust me. I know exactly what you mean, but I can't explain it.
Okay. What about your muscle tone? Are you like your bicep? Are you able to use it, squeeze, things like that? Like, are you able to hold something with your hand long periods of time?
Yeah, MS is one side of your body is the worst. And for me, I'm right-handed, so of course the disease is on the right side.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I can hold stuff, but not for a long time.
Okay, I'm trying to check the chat to see if there's anything that I'm missing. Just a penis. What does that mean? Does your what about, well, you said urination. Is there any muscle problems when you're using the bathroom number 2?
No.
No? Okay.
No muscle problem there.
What about vomiting?
No vomiting.
No vomiting? Okay. Okay, so I forgot to ask it, but what did you think about what I played? I know it's giving people hope or whatever, but like, what are your thoughts about what I played before?
I think that's wonderful. Like I said earlier, hope. And you can't fight against cancer in that way. But like me, as a muscle disease, you can fight against it. And he told us that.
Okay. But I mean, but if somebody was to give you hope, is that something that you're going to just discard, like not believe in? Or would you put in the effort? Like, hey, we think that this might help you. Would you consider it?
I have to trust the person first. And trust me, it ain't easy. Because
Right,
I do not like people anymore. So nobody can tell me what to do.
Right. Which is another thing that I want to know. Is there a, how do you say it? Do you have something in place to tell the doctors or whatever to do certain things if you get to a bad point in your disease?
No, I'm a slave under this disease.
What do you mean a slave? So, like what? Your mom or somebody has power over your decisions, or the state?
No. I thought you was specifically.
No, I mean like, well, in here in the United States, they call it. I think they call it power of attorney. If you get to the point where you can't make decisions, then they appoint somebody to make the decision for you, or different types of care for you if you can't take care of yourself.
Isn't it good, man?
I'm sorry?
A good man.
What's that?
Okay, skip
Okay.
it.
So, what is it that you want to tell everybody about yourself or MS in general?
About myself or MS?
Yeah. Because
that's a big spectrum.
Yeah, well, I mean, because this is specific to MS, right? But it's more about your story and your life. A lot of people have different, stories and different outlooks about their life with MS. I don't know if if I left anything out, or if you left anything out about your particular story with MS or your life in general. I know you mentioned that you said you have a lot of bad decisions and you regret a lot of things. Do you see any good thing that you've decided on? Any good choices? Anything that comes to mind?
No.
Nothing comes to mind.
I don't think any positive decision came out of my mouth. Maybe the latest year since I've been here, I changed my whole point of view.
In what way?
How to treat people, how people want to be treated. Earlier, I was, like I said earlier, I did everything for me to show. It's my stage, it's my audience.
Is there anything that you want us, the listeners, to know about you that you haven't said already?
About me?
Yeah.
Is this a dating site?
Yes. Do you like long
oh my God.
Wheelchair rides on the beach?
No, I'm kind as fuck. I'm dumb kind. You can say it like that.
You're dumb kind?
But you people in here have learned me not to be that. I'm just dumb.
Just dumb kind. That sounds like a Jersey expression. What else?
I want everybody to feel good. That I feel this is the last way out for me to do a show. And I just want to spread love to everybody there. If you decide to take it to you, then you have it.
Yeah, that's a good point. At least for a lot of people that do podcasts, like I've mentioned this before, and there's some technologies out there that are trying to have people's voices or AI keep going after they pass. But this is another way of doing it with MILTDOG doing podcasts and live shows, kind of a day in the life every day with MILTDOG from 10 a.m. Eastern time all the way until 7 p.m. at night. You can all meet MILTDOG on the Podbean app and just live the life, you know, with MILTDOG. Just live a long day of just MILTDOG.
But the thing is, Ralph, if anybody has a question, just ask. I'm more than out to answer it.
So yeah, if anybody has a question about MS, or maybe just a question of MILTDOG himself, you guys can come into the MILTDOG2020 show and ask away. Who is your favorite person on Pod? Says Rob in the chat.
Hi, this is Dr. MILTDOG and I approve this show. Miss it at your own risk. And if you're here and liking it, please share. And if you don't like it, please share. Thank you.